everyone, Chrissy here from Footprint Tarot. August is coming up. So in the US, apparently the Congress goes into recess during August. Everyone goes back to their districts and stuff. And apparently in the US in August, town halls, people go to town hall to talk to their representative, to, get their points of view across. So I think that is August is going to be a really important month for quite a number of different reasons. So today I'm going to be doing 4 different readings. This is just the first of them. First I'm going to look at Trump in August. Then I'm going to look at Mitch McConnell. I just get the idea that he is under siege, big time, much more than he lets on and much more than senators, Republican senators. I'm going to look again and see if he's going to face a vote of no confidence after the recess, or even before recess. It's still, I don't know when they go on recess, whether it's actually the 1st of August or whether it's Monday, but anyway. Then I'm going to have a look at what is in store for Republican senators and representatives in August as regard to the town halls, what message they're going to get back from their constituents for the Republicans, for both Senate and Democrats. Yeah, and I'll do a reading on the Republicans and the response they're going to get back from their constituents during the town hall. And I'll do another reading on the Democrats and the same thing. So I'm going to be putting up over the course of the next day 4 different readings. Anyway, the first one is Trump during August. Of course, he doesn't have to do town halls. He's probably just going to. Speaking of Trump, if you did not watch Rachel Maddow, I saw a clip from her today about the night before Mueller. He went to an event with right-wing teenagers, and the seal under his name was not the presidential seal. My husband and I think, oh, what do you reckon? Was it a mistake because these teenagers absolutely have no idea what the real presidential seal looks like, or is there a cucko in their nest, i.e. somebody who deliberately put it up there because they're just infiltrating from within? It'd be very, very interesting. Anyway, Trump during August. What's going to happen? So I'm going to do a Celtic cross for this one. So I don't, normally I'll do the overview, but I think I'll do a Celtic cross. And I'm using my Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore and illustrated by Ali Fell. Beautiful deck. And of course, the good old unvarnished Planter if I want some clarification. Of course, if I want another deck for clarification, sometimes I'll use the same card, the same deck as the main card. So, Anyway, let's get stuck into it. What's on the bottom of the deck? The 6 of Pentacles. Debts and loans. News about debts and loans. I think it's going to be haunting him. The situation with Trump in August. The Queen of Wands. He's thinking, finally, I'll get away from Nancy and the Democrats in Congress. I'll get away from all that. But she's going to be lingering in lots of different ways. She's going to be on his mind all during August. What's going to happen next? What is Congress going to do next? Now, yes, Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. This represents Congress as a whole to me in this instance. He cannot just shove his enemies out of his mind, so he's going to be thinking about her and lay everything at her door. But I think this is what people in Congress going to face once they go home for their break in all the town halls? He's going to be worrying about that. You know, are they going to be faced with demands for Republicans to boot him out? I think he's worrying about that. What's his challenge? This is interesting. His challenge is the Republican Party. And I don't think, you know, a lot of people who watch me realise that when I see the Ten of Cups with regard to the Republican Party, I often see it as the facade of what the Republican Party should be. I think in this case it's not the facade of the party that's going to be his challenge. It's those members of the Republican Party, those representatives and some senators who don't like what the Republican Party has become under Trump and who haven't really made moves against him yet, who haven't really stood up. His challenge is, what are they going to face in their town hall, and are they going to come back in September charged with a new edict? That's his challenge. What they're going to be. So the fact that it comes up as a challenge tells me something about the reading I'll do later. Well, maybe. And you see, this is more, it's got the cups here, but it's also got the gears. The gears are winding the cups around. And despite, you know, the representatives and the senators, they're just the cogs that make things go. Okay, they're just the cogs. But what winds them, what winds the cogs and makes the whole thing go, are their constituents, the registered Republicans who vote for them and things like that. And that's going to be Trump's challenge, those Republicans, and what they're going to say to their representatives. I think they've had enough of him. The basis of the reading. Two of Cups. His partnerships with people. People are going to just get sick of hearing. People are getting basic Republicans, not his base. His base will always love him. God help them, especially the ones who just drank the Kool-Aid early on and stuff. You know, they didn't just drink it, they guzzled it down. Some sipped it and went, don't think I really like this, or tried it a few times and decided, no, it wasn't for them. But that's the basis of this, is his partnership with Russia and his, you know, attempts, you know, and his partnerships with Russia is at the base of this. And as you saw, it was on the bottom of the deck, the Six of Pentacles, loans and debts. His partnership with Russia, it's not been forgotten, and it's going to come back with a vengeance, I think. And possibly partnerships with other people. What's in his past, his recent past? The Page of Cups, he's had news. And again, we saw that the other day, that he'd had the same Page of Cups, different deck, but he'd had some news recently. And again, at the base of it, partnerships, I also said, with other people. So this could also indicate Epstein, whatever his name is. So he's had news about young women, basically. So that's haunting him. I think he's going to have to, people, the Republicans, the rank and file Republicans, are starting to sit up and take notice of all this things as more and more comes out. He's present. He's feeling very defensive. He feels he's got the higher ground. That's what he thinks. That's what he feels. It's not necessarily true, but he is the president of the United States, and that does put him on some sort of higher ground, and he's defending himself. And I notice that the wands here, they're all different. He's not defending himself against the same type of accusation. He's defending himself about a lot of different types of accusations. Some are financial, some are sexual, some are politically intrigued, some are legal, some are so all different types of accusations covering a range of areas, and he's just trying to keep the higher ground and defend himself in whatever garbled way he does. His near future. For the near future, at least, he's sitting pretty. Well, with things going into recess and everything, yeah, I think he feels he's sitting pretty. So he's feeling safe in his near future, but near future's not that long. It's only a few weeks, sort of. It doesn't go into months. It just weeks. The next 2-3 weeks maybe. So he's going to be feeling safe in his autonomy and feeling comfortable. Yeah, heaven knows where he's going to go for recess, but he'll be feeling safe and sitting pretty wherever he is. So that's just for his near future. What's his power? Well, his power, the Four of Wands, his general home environment, the White House. His power is he is the president. He is in the White House. That provides him with a level of power that nobody else has, in the country has. So it's how he uses that power that comes into question. But that's his power, his position as President of the United States. That's it, just the position, the office he holds. Puts him in a position to take advantage of certain things. What other people see? Other people see the Queen of Pentacles, not the greedy king. They see the Queen. The Queen, it likes the luxury and comforts, but if you're talking in terms of emotional growth and maturity, the Queen has not reached full maturity yet. So they see someone who is not fully mature and who likes all the comfort and the money that his position brings and has always liked it, but has never really matured into a really responsible and respectful, never really matured into into a person who is suitable for the position in the White House that he holds. So they see someone who's just likes all the comforts of it, but they're not really mature enough. They've never matured into the person that they need to be to hold such a position. Hopes and fears. This man still has a lot of secrets. It's going to take years and years before everything comes out about Trump and his different secrets. All his secrets come out. And he's hoping that no more come out, but he's fearing that they will. What's the final outcome for Trump in August? The Chariot. Now, a lot of people see this as a victory card. He might be feeling victorious. He might feel, yes, he's come through August okay and run it. But there's another thing to this card is he's only just maintaining control over everything. The Chariot, that is Congress. despite recent appearances, is a very, very powerful machine, and any control he has over it, and really, it's very tenuous. So I think even though people might say, oh yes, victory and things are moving on, you know, he'll be able to move on with things, that might be a different case. It might be loss of control of the Chariot. So I'll do a clarifier on that as well. Firstly with some more steampunk cards, and then I'll look at the Royal Tarot. So I'm just going to check the reverse of the Chariot as well, because just something tells me that it's not victory, and it's not moving on. I think it could be. It does indicate speed as well. Rage, arrogance, selfishness, overstated ego, lack of direction, indecision and delay. Overdeveloped ambition. A warning against overdevelopment. Expectations may be set far too high. That's interesting. Everyone's saying August is going to be a really critical time, but everyone said every month in the last few months has been a critical time. I don't think this is victory for Trump during August. I think he's going to make some big mistakes during August because he's feeling so comfortable. I think he feels that because of where he is, and that in his near future he's going to be feeling really, really comfortable, I think he's going to make some huge mistakes. His ego is going to get in the way. And I think it could cause a crash in the Chariot. I might have a look at the stock market too, although I don't really know much about that. But I'll do a bit more of a clarifier on the Chariot. What can you tell us about the Chariot? That gives us a bit more information. I should have just re-angled the phone, shouldn't I, rather than move all the cards? Yeah. You know. Okay. So, King of Wands. That's interesting. The King of Wands at his best is a good, stable, a fantastic leader, warm, passionate leader. King of Wands at his worst is out of control, throws temper tantrums. You know, the very opposite. Unstable, not a good leader. And with the reverse of the Chariot coming in, I think that just to me, that's like, this cog here, it reminds me of a clock, and there's no hands on it. I think he thinks that he can carry on with this forever, that time is not going to run out on him. And that increases his ego. Let's have another look here. And the third card to have a look on that is the Tower. Well, that is interesting. His ego means he's going to come to the end of August and think, yep, I've won everything, nothing's going to happen, time's never going to run out on me, I'm going to be here forever, I'm going to find a way to make myself a multi-term president, you know, have more than 2 terms, and then woohoo, reality comes a knocking, and there's going to be a big change toward the end of August. So that is all very interesting. Yeah. So Trump's going into August, he's going to feel a little bit trepidatious, and all that with news and worrying about what the rank and file are going to say, rank and file Republicans are going to demand of their representatives, worrying, and worrying about what's going to come out about partnerships between himself and other people and things that have happened in the past. But as time moves on, he's going to feel that he's been able to defend himself. He's going to be sitting pretty. He's going to say, I'm in power, but others don't see it that way. Possibly more secrets are going to come out. August is not going to end happily for number 45. And that is, it's not going to be the victory that his ego thinks it will be. And instead of having a lot of time on his hands, I think the other thing that passed through my mind when I saw this was time is running out for him. These are what he thinks is going to happen, but they really mean the reverse, because the towers come in and he's going to have a tower moment. Time will tell, and we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much. Love goes out to all of you, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye-bye.